to my channel. This is Swift Wellness. I am Ashley, and today we've got a 30-minute total abs and core workout routine. This is one of y'all's favorite parts of the body to work out, and I'm super excited to divide it up into 3 sections today, going through our upper, lower, and our entire core in this workout routine. Of course, if you don't have 30 minutes, you can check out our channel for shorter workouts. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single video we upload each week. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start in the kneeling position. We're just going to go ahead and warm up the spine for our ab set today. So pressing into the hands into that cat position. Big inhale as you look to the sky. Big exhale into that cow. So again, big inhale. And then a big exhale as you press it out, arch the back, look up towards the sky, go one more time through each position, holding at the top, and then a big exhale as you press out, arch that back as you're warming up the spine. Today, let's go ahead and lay out long, arms extended, legs extended, long. I want you to roll up, keeping your hands onto the ground. As you roll up, arch that back, bringing your chest up off the mat, and then big inhale as you come back down. So then again, a big exhale as the palms trace the mat, trace the floor. You come up to your highest point, and then again, coming all the way back down. One more big exhale as you come all the way up, holding at the top. And then a big inhale as you come down. And then taking those hands to 90 degrees, or called cactus arms. I want you to bring your arms and your legs up again, flexing through that spine, and then coming all the way back down. So again, big exhale, big inhale as you come down. Trying to find height in that big arch in your back. Good. Arch here. And come all the way back down. Good. You've got 2 more. And then we're going to come up into a plank position here. Walking up, stacking those shoulders directly over the hands, holding, squeezing the core, squeezing one long line here. I want you to take 2 big deep inhales, big deep breaths, and then we're going to bend those knees together, just small tiny bend and extend. So again, don't hold your breath here, you're going in and out as you pulse and extend. Good. It's a squeeze and an extend as we warm up. We've got 3 sets of abs today, starting off with the upper, then the lower, and then finishing off with the core today. Good. So on that next exhale, good. I want you to hold those legs up, and you're just going to alternate small knee bend, squeezing the core, warming up. Good. You've got it. Big deep inhales. Make sure you're not holding your breath here as we finish our warm up. Good. You've got it. It's 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead, drop those knees, extend the arms out long. So we're going to start off, we've got 3 sets today. We're splitting up the core and abdominal work into 3 sets. You have upper, you have lower, and you have a total body package of core. So we're going to start with our upper abs today. We've got 2 sets of each round of abs, so we'll go through the entire set. You already know what's coming, and then we'll go back one more time through the exact same before we move on to the next set. So extending all the way onto your back, I want you to extend your legs long directly overhead, arms above the chest. As you exhale, I want you to reach towards those toes. And then inhale as you come back down. So that exhale is pressing all the air out of the body as you reach up to the toes. And then you're coming all the way back down. So again, small reach. Of course, you might not touch those toes, but you're reaching forward, crunching through the upper abs, rolling those head, neck, and shoulders up. Good, you've got it. Of course, if you need added support, hands go behind the head, chin stays directly towards the sky. Don't let it tuck into the chest as you press up and back down. This is your modification if you need it. Otherwise, you're taking those arms and reaching. You've got 10 seconds. Good, you've got it. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and reach towards those toes. And then come and bend those knees. Hands go behind the head. We're switching into bicycles. So those knees make a 90-degree position. Hands go behind the head, chin to the sky. As I extend my opposite leg, I'm bringing my elbow to my knee. And then coming back down to center and alternating to the opposite side. So left elbow and right knee come together. Back to center. So we're moving through this position quickly, trying to avoid any swing through the legs. I want you to extend that opposite leg fully. Come back to the center and twist across. Good, you've got it. Of course, if you want an added challenge, you can add a hold at the top. So as I come up, I'm holding for 1, 2, coming back down to center, and then switching sides, again, extending that hold for 1, for 2. Good, you've got less than 10 seconds as you switch back and forth. Good. We're gonna hold at the bottom, keeping these knees bent in 3, 2, and 1. Good. Head, neck, and shoulders onto the mat, taking those feet to 90 degrees in that same position. The hands, if they are not already there, are gonna go behind the head. Roll that head, neck, and shoulders up, and we're just going into a little crunch here. Reaching that head, neck, and shoulders up. Again, rolling through those upper abs all the way. Challenging yourself in this position, slightly different than those extended legs. Bonus, you can always press those knees away if you want an added challenge. A little bit more recruitment through the lower abs in this position. But again, hands behind the head. Make sure you're not tipping that chin to the sky as you crunch and back down. Of course, here, if you need a modification, you can always bring the feet to the mat, as long as you keep that lower core engaged, pressing that low back into the mat. Good, you've got 3, you've got 2, and 1. Good. Bring those feet to the mat if they aren't there already. Hands come together, palms together directly over the chest. We're taking those palms in a slicing motion to either side of our knees. So as we sit up, I'm reaching my left hands to my left side and then coming back to center, twisting to the opposite side. So again, it's a curl up through that upper chest, upper core, and reaching across. You're adding in a little bit of oblique and a little bit of rotation here. Good. Switching across and back to center. Of course, as always, if you need the added support of your hands behind your neck, I want you to twist that opposite elbow to that opposite side, back to center, and twist to the other side. Always, always pressing through that low back, engaging all of the muscles of the abdomen. Good, you've got it. So if you're here, again, you're reaching across, center, across, center. We've got 1 exercise left in this first round of abs. 2, and down. Good. Go ahead and lay that head and shoulders down, keeping the feet in the same exact position. I want you to curl that head, neck, and shoulders up. Fingertips extend long past the hips. We're keeping that head and shoulders up as we beat the hands. This is a hold, an isometric hold. I want you to focus on keeping the chin up, taking 1 big, deep, long breath through this entire thing. It's so easy in this position to hold your breath. Engage the core, press the low back into the ground, and keep reaching those little palms. You've got it. You're just holding here. You've got less than 10 seconds. I'll give you a chance to pull those knees into the chest before we start this round one more time. Good. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab those knees into the chest, you've earned it. And then when you're ready, extend those legs long. We're going through that same series again. This is our second set of upper abs. We're moving on after this, going right back into that toe touch, reaching up and down. Good, reach up and down again. Of course, this is your modification if you need it to support the neck and the head. We're moving through the second round a little bit quicker because you know what's coming already. Good, you've got it. Holding here for another 15 seconds before we bend those knees. Good, really focus on exhaling and inhaling. So a big exhale as you pull up, big inhale as you come back down. Good, you've got 2 and 1. Going right into bicycles, flexing, twisting across. Good, again, holding that breath, big exhale, big inhale. Exhale and inhale. Good, extend that leg. Don't rush through it into this sloppy position. You're reaching across, center, across, and center. Good, you're here for 5 more seconds, and then we're switching to that tabletop crunch in 3, in 2, and 1. Good, roll back on to your back. Keep that same 90 degrees. Hands behind the head as you sit all the way up. Burning out these upper abs today. All of the muscles just underneath your sternum. Good, you've got it. Pulling up, keeping that position, always bringing them down if you need that extra added stability, but always, always keeping that chin towards the sky, not cutting off your breath here. Good, you've got 10, and then we're switching again right into those alternating sit-ups. Good, you've got 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring the feet to the mat. Press that lower back into the ground. No arch here. I shouldn't be able to see any space. Take those hands, and as you sit up, you're alternating from each side. Good, you've got it. Taking that deep breath. Big exhale, coming back to center. Big inhale. Exhale. Good. You have the challenge this time. If you want to add 1, lift those feet back up, adding in a little bit of lower ab here. Good. You've got 10 seconds. We've got 1 last set of hundreds, and then we're switching over to those lower abs for that challenge. Good. 2 and 1. Good. Feet onto the ground. If you lifted them up, rolling that head, neck, and shoulders all the way up. We're finishing 30 seconds here of our first set of abs today before we transfer over. Good, you've got 15 seconds, halfway through. Big deep inhales, big exhales. Do not hold your breath. Engage the abs, press them into the mat. Good, you've got 5, you've got 4, you get to hug your knees into the chest in 2, in 1. Good work today. Good. Extending now into our lower ab set. We're starting off with some raised knee press outs. So rolling all the way down. I'm starting with that same 90-degree position. This time my hands place into the mat for added stability. I'm pressing out and away, and then bringing them back to center. So I'm pressing that lower back into the mat this entire time. That is the most important way to engage and recruit those lower abs. So we're pressing out and back in. So again, pressing out and away. So your modification here is maybe to lift the legs higher as you extend, and then bring them back in. So I want you to challenge yourself. If you want that added challenge, you're coming as low as possible where you can still keep that lower back on the mat. Another added challenge, if you still want more upper abs, you can roll that head, neck, and shoulders up as you extend, and then bring it back to center. So you have a few options here as you extend and bring it back. You should feel those lower abs, those transverse abs engage. Good, you've got 3, you've got 2, and 1. I want you to extend those legs up directly overhead in that same position that we started, the toe touches in. We're coming down again, pressing that low back into the mat as we lower those legs, finding your lowest point and then bringing them back to center. Again, it's a big exhale as you come down and then a big inhale as you come up that pulls the legs back to the top. So it's a big exhale as you press down, find your lowest point. Big inhale as it comes back up. Of course, your challenge here, again, you can always lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. And if you need a modification, you can always bend the knees, or you can always just limit that range of motion here. So whatever feels comfortable for you to engage that low core, it's 3, it's 2, and 1. Go ahead, bend the knees in that same position that we were in earlier. Palms at the side. I want you to point your toes as you tap and bring it back to center. So again, engaging those little abs by pressing that lower back into the mat, tapping one toe, leaving the other one at 90 degrees. So it's down, center, down, and center. So to add that challenge into this exercise, you can extend the leg a little bit longer. That is always your option, as long as you can maintain control of your lower back. So it's tap and center, tap and center. Again, we're really trying to recruit those hip flexors, those transverse abs, everything at the very bottom that is a stabilizer that helps keep that pelvis in check, that keeps us injury free as runners. Good, you've got one more. And I want you to set both feet onto the mat. We're going into a walkout. So the heels go into the mat, toes point to the sky. So crucial to press that lower back into the mat. So as we take these steps out, we're taking small steps with our heels, trying to extend the legs as long as possible. But I only want you to go as far as you can maintain control of that lower back, and then slowly reverse that movement as I step back, bringing my heels as close to my hips as possible, squeezing, and then walking again back out. So this is the last exercise in our lower ab set, which means we're gonna go right back through this same series one more time. Good, just bringing those heels in to meet the hips as close as possible, and then walking back out. This is your final walk out, and then we're going right back into, again, those leg lowers, this time with a challenge if you want it. So walk those heels back to the hips. Take a quick hug knee into the chest to shake those abs out from the lower set, and then extend those legs long one more time. And again, we're going into those press aways. So starting with those 90 degrees, this is your option. Again, challenge yourself if you didn't do it the last time to lift that head, neck, and shoulders, press away, and then bring it back to that 90-degree center. So that knee stacks directly over that hip, and then I press out and away, and then come back to center. So you're focused on 45 degrees, back to 90. So again, pressing and coming back. Exhaling here, big inhale as you pull it back in. So the exhale presses the legs away, the inhale brings them back in. Good, you've got one more, good. And lay that head, neck, and shoulders down, palms into the mat, legs extend long, and we're going back into those leg lowers, so pressing down. Again, exhale presses away, inhale pulls back. So exhale, press, inhale, pull on back. If you want to add in that challenge today, we have a slightly different variation here. So as you come all the way down, find your lowest point, and I want you to come back up, making a leg circle through that position, challenging your legs, challenging your balance, pointing those toes, making a large circle with your legs. So wherever you are, either the slow press and pull, or you want to add in just a single pull up here, it's up to you. but I want you to challenge yourself for the next 10 seconds, harder than you did on that first set. Good, you've got 3, 2, and 1, good. Going right back into toe taps, palms at the side, reaching that toe, tapping to the ground, back to 90 degrees. So same positioning this time. If you didn't tap as far, I want you to reach farther with the leg, holding it back to center. Always thinking about that exhale presses away. The inhale brings your leg back in. So exhale and inhale. Good, you've got it. Holding nice and tight. We've got one set of walkouts to finish our lower abs, and then we're gonna head into that core round, and then we are done tonight in 5. Good, you've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, guys. Go ahead, place those feet onto the mat, heels into the mat, toes to the sky, palms into the mat as we take those small steps as we walk all the way out, taking the smallest step possible, keeping that lower back into the ground. If you feel like it arches, that's as far as you can go, and you just walk those heels all the way back. If you walk out and your back arches, you're not getting any engagement, not any recruitment in those lower abs. Good, you've got it. You've got less than 15 seconds. And then we're rolling over, finishing out those core workouts. Today you've got 5, you've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, hug those knees into the chest. We're gonna keep those knees stacked. We're gonna extend our arms out long. So keeping those knees together, flexing those feet, arms go long here, and I'm twisting to my side, keeping those knees stacked, using that oblique, and then again, pulling back to center. So big exhale as you extend away, big inhale as you pull back to center. Both shoulders stay on the ground. So if you feel that you're twisting and that shoulder's coming up, that's as far as you can go. So you come all the way down, back to center, coming all the way across, and back up. You guys got it. You're really using those obliques here, really trying to include all of the muscles of the side body, the center, and those low abs as we keep those knees stacked. Good, you've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rolling over into the first plank today. I want you to start in that high hand plank, that position for push-ups. Hold your core nice and tight, one long line, shoulder stacks over the hand, point one toe, you're gonna extend and switch. So it should be small movements. I want you to focus on your plank first and foremost. No wiggle in the hips here. Extend, extend, good. Really want you to just focus on using those low hip flexors, those low abs to lift the leg, holding tight. Of course, you can always drop down to those knees if you need to, keeping that back nice and flat. Or if you want an added challenge, come down to your forearms, lift, lift. Good, you've got it. This is your last 4, 3, we're rolling onto our back in 2, 1, and good. Go ahead, roll onto your back, transitioning into dead bugs. Finishing out, we're almost through the end of class today. Arms extend directly over the chest, knees bend. I'm extending my opposite arm and my opposite leg. Again, focus on recruitment of that core, making sure my low back doesn't arch, and then switch. So again, right hand, left arm, back to center, and switch. Good, squeezing here. Of course, if you want to challenge at home and you have a set of weights, you can grab one in either hand here. Good. Squeeze and extend, really working every muscle of the core here. Good. You've got 10 seconds. Again, making sure you're exhaling as you're pressing away, inhaling as you bring it together. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Quick hug into the chest. We're rolling over back into our plank position. This time for stability, I want you on your forearms, squeezing that core, legs together, stuck together like you have one leg. You're lifting that left hip to the side of the mat. Big arch as you come over to the other side in a rainbow motion, working those obliques. Right hip to left hip. Of course, if you need to here, you can always drop to your knees. Feet come together, legs stay stacked. Again, it's right hip, left hip, right hip, left hip. So no matter what position you're in, you're focused on making an arch with your hips, making sure it's not just a shape, it's a full arch here, across and across, holding that core stable, breathing through the entire motion. One long, deep breath, inhale and exhale. You've got 3, 2, we're dropping our knees in, 1, and come to center. Coming to that kneeling position, this is your last exercise of our core. We've got one last round and we are out of here today. Squeezing through your core, headed into bird dogs today. So think about extending one arm long and one leg long, but holding that core tight so that I'm not arching through my back. I want to squeeze through the core so that I'm in one long line, come back to center, and then I'm switching my arm and my leg. Again, coming back to center, knees meet, hands meet each other, extend, and come back. Again, big exhale, big inhale pulls it back to center. And then of course, if you want to add that challenge today, as you come back to center, you can touch elbow to knee before you come back down. So again, extending that left arm and that right leg, toe and elbow and knee touch, and then come back down to center. Good, you've got 10 seconds. Good, and then we're going back into those windshield wipers. One last set of core today, and we are done. 3, 2, and 1. Quick child's pose before you roll onto your back. Get into that same position as before. Knees peel together like you have one leg. Arms go out long today. Again, twisting from side to side, keeping those knees stacked. Bringing it back to center. Again, big exhale, big inhale as you pull. Both shoulders stay down in this position. Good, coming all the way across and back. Your modification, as always, is a smaller range of motion. If you find that you can't go all the way down, that's okay. I want you to focus on those shoulders, focus on that core, pressing into the mat. Good, you've got 5 seconds. Good, 3, 2, and 1. You guys know the drill. We're rolling quickly over to our back. If you were in that push-up position the time before, I want you to go into that plank. You're tapping each foot. The second round is always shorter than the first. So you can do it, you can challenge yourself, lifting and lifting. If your knees were down, this is your chance to pop up into that plank for last 10 seconds. Keep the weight in the hands, keep the weight forward. Good, you got 3, 2, and 1. Good. Rolling back onto your back, you've got those dead bugs. Knees bend at 90 degrees, arms extend. Again, right arm, left leg, extending long, keeping that low back pressed into the mat. And back, good. Again, make sure you're breathing, don't hold your breath here. Focus on engaging every muscle of the lower back, the lower lats, and all of the muscles of the abdomen. Working every piece of your abdominals today. Good, you've got 4. Going back into that plank in 3, 2, and 1. Good. Roll back over to those hip rocks today into that forearm plank position, making that rainbow. Good, you've got it. You've got one exercise left after this, finishing off in bird dogs. Good, you've got 15 seconds here. Holding that core, not holding your breath. Rocking right and left. Good, it's 5, it's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, drop your knees. This is your last exercise of class. We're extending right leg, left leg, and right arm back to center. Left and right, avoiding that arch, squeezing the core. Good. You've got the last 20 seconds of class here. Reaching back to center. Maybe you're challenging yourself this round to tap that elbow and that knee. That's okay too. You've got it. You've got 5. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop back down into child's pose. Coming all the way up. Let's go ahead and stretch out those abs today in a cobra position. So taking just a second to stretch out, feeling your whole body relax. Taking one deep breath, bringing those hands underneath the shoulders, pressing all the way up, feeling all those abs stretch, feeling that lower back disengage. Take one deep breath and I want you to twist over that right shoulder as you exhale. Take 1 to 2 deep breaths here before you switch to the opposite side. And then rotating to the opposite side, big twist across. Good work. And then again, coming back, sinking down into child's pose. Feeling those hips open, feeling that lower back just stretch all the way through. And then we'll end class in the same position that we started class. Big inhale into that cow position, pressing the hands into the mat, big arch through the spine. Big exhale as you press into the mat, curve through the spine, and big, deep exhale. Good, as you're pressing the mat away, big inhale as you reach to the sky. And then a big exhale as you let that breath press away from the mat. And then take your last big, deepest breath of class today. And then a big exhale as you press away. And then finish off in child's pose, hinging those hips all the way back, reaching long with those legs and those arms. Great work today, guys. That core and ab routine is one of my favorites, whether you do it as a standalone workout or at the end of a different workout. And of course, I want to know in the comments below, how did the workout go for you? Did you take the added challenges? Did you need the modifications? Let me know so I can continue to make the best possible workout for you. And as always, make sure to share our channel with your friends and like and subscribe so you don't miss a single workout each week. Have a great day.